Good morning. Welcome to Rooted in Progress. We're talking music, ministry, and fellowship as the Gospel Workshop returns to Tampa.
Rooted in Progress starts right now.
Well, welcome into the Rooted in Progress Street Center, everybody. Happy Thursday.
What was the turn down for? You was hyped just about 30 seconds ago.
I stay hyped. I am hyped. I am the hype.
How many times you were asked this
What
morning?
did they say?
I am
the birthday.
Why are you laughing so hard?
Because God made me this way.
Because it's Thursday.
Welcome into the Rooted in Progress Street Center.
No. We just lost probably tens of thousands of viewers with that. Welcome, guys, to another episode of Rooted in Progress. It's Thursday. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
It has been a day.
Yeah, already?
A good day,
Already?
a wild day. But I'm excited about this episode. We are going to be talking about the Gospel According to Florida Incorporated. They are bringing back their annual gospel music workshop.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and jump right on into it. We have Mr. Raymond Holmes Jr. joining us live from Dallas, Texas. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
How
sir.
are you?
I'm wonderful. And yourself?
Well,
We're
good morning.
great.
Yeah.
We're great. We're excited to hear more about this event. Let our community know how they can get involved. You are not a stranger. You might be in Dallas now, but you're not a stranger to the Tampa Bay area. You're from Plant City. Talk about what it meant to bring this event to your hometown, to your area.
Let me tell you, it means everything. It means life to me. Let's go up.
All right, I hear that.
We
So,
love to hear that.
tell us a little bit about this event. What can people expect when they attend this event?
Well, the Gospel According to Florida, like I stated, the Gospel According to Florida is a platform for singers, community singers that would never have a chance to be heard on a more national level of circuit or be signed to a major label. But this platform gives them opportunity to record as a choir, as a group, to come and learn, to come and get educated and to get poured back into because, my mother used to sing, my grandmother used to sing, but nobody would never hear their voices because they're going on. So this entity is going to give everybody an opportunity that is in the community, that sing in their churches, that do gospel music, that are writers, unheard songwriters, the opportunity to record their music and to allow the world to hear it. So, yeah.
Is there any help for Deanne when she was busting them tunes at the beginning of the show?
Excuse you.
Can she participate?
Hold on, Raymond. Don't even answer that question because let me tell
Raymond,
you.
be honest with
let
us.
me tell you who I am. Okay, I was the lead
Come on,
singer
yeah.
in my
That's right,
church
that's right.
in the choir growing up.
The
Okay,
youth choir?
everybody wanted to hear little Deanne sing her songs that they still talk about it to this day.
We're
So
gonna
don't
have to
you
find
dare.
footage of that. We're gonna have to find. Raymond, do she have hope, or does anybody who has a little can carry a tune? Should they attend this workshop?
Most definitely, you will find your place.
Okay, all right. Well,
Whether that's in the back of the choir
where
or
is
whether
that
that's
place?
leading the choir.
You will
Maybe
find
you
your
need to
place.
write the music.
Man, I'm gonna need you to step over back that way. Yeah, just a little bit.
This sounds like a really neat, really cool event. I want to take it a step further. What do you do in your professional life that is this something that's more of like a hobby that really feeds your spirit and this is something that like is your passion? Or does this also kind of coincide with what you do like on a day-to-day for your actual job?
No, actually, my job is dealing with property management.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's very much opposite.
Yeah.
But gospel music has been in my life since I was a child. I've been singing it since the age 5. I've been playing the keyboard since the age 10. So
Mm.
it's rooted in me. That's why I was like, well, okay, I like that, I like the title. But it's in me. It's who I am, is where I become. From all the ones that poured into my life. So I don't want to go too far into it, but
Right, right.
just to share that part right there. So just until
Raymond, why do you feel this is needed?
this is needed because no one is doing it really.
Okay.
Nobody's doing it. Nobody. You have it in the secular world somewhat, but to have a group of unity or unified people with one goal and one mindset to say, you know what, I see this. Um, and I want to be able to be a part to help this thing to evolve and to grow because it's so needed. And I was telling some of my people that's on my board that I see this thing becoming so big until we create this facility, which is a performing art, music arts studio for for the arts, for singing, for vocal teaching, for ballet dancing, for drama, being actors and stuff. We don't have that in the state of Florida that I know of, especially in that area. And from the gospel according to Florida, is going to give those who have those gifts, those secret gifts, or those hidden talents that now we can groom them to be able to be an actor, to be able to be a singer or a recording artist, to give them the education that they need. Because I have my cousin who's coming from Virginia, who is who is the doctor. His name is Dr. Craig Robertson, but he's the conductor at the University of Virginia. So he'll be here teaching and pouring into every person that's a part of the workshop. And when people come to the workshop, I have so many testimonials of how, the workshop has groomed them, has elevated their thinking, has elevated their mind. Because if a person has never been anywhere, their minds will never expand.
Right.
And the thing about it, and I've been in a small town, I always had a big vision. I always had a big vision of seeing myself on a major platform. I've sung with Ricky Diller. I don't know if y'all heard of
Yep.
Ricky Diller,
Yeah.
but he's very hot right now. He adopted me as his godson. So
Mm.
people like singing a duet with Tremaine Hawkins, being recording with Diedrich Haddon. Everybody won't get that opportunity. I had that opportunity coming from a little place called Plant City because I had big vision. I didn't have a tunnel vision, and a lot of people have tunnel visions. So this episode, the gospel according to Florida, it's gonna break that tunnelness. It's gonna break all of the little small. I don't know if I can do it. Yes, you can.
Right.
You
Right.
can do this. Guess what? I'm from your area. I'm from your area. I'm coming back to you to let you know. Come on, let's go a little higher. Let me pull you up because if the Mississippi Mass Choir can do it, they have people coming from all across Mississippi up under one umbrella, Mississippi Mass. You feel me? The gospel according to Florida. Now this artist has been introduced. This artist has been introduced from a little place, from a little small. It's a big area now. Tampa pretty big, and but Plant City, and you got Lakeland, all those places like that. But I want them to see because it became a burden to me. Let me share this with you, excuse me. It became a burden to me when I started in the time of COVID because I was going to start this entity some years ago when the Lord gave me the vision, and I start seeing the ones that loved on me and poured into me begin to pass away. And I just came overwhelmed by it because I'm like, you know what? These people have poured in the community, have sung at conventions, have sung here, sung there, but never gotten a chance to record. And so the gospel according to Florida is going to give those community singers and people
An
that want to be a
opportunity.
part of an opportunity to record and to have and create memories forever.
Wow. That's
Wow.
that's amazing. You dropped some heavy hitters, Richard Haddons.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that sounds like a great opportunity for little people like Deanne who can,
Not too
somewhat
much on
hold
me.
a tune. Somewhat hold a tune.
Well, listen, I know this is a workshop, so I know you're bringing in some folks, and this workshop actually features quite a few people. We're going to detail that coming up after this quick break.
Stand by.
Awesome.
Welcome back to the Stream Center, y'all. Rooted in Progress live right now. Tap into the conversation on the WFLA Facebook page. We are talking about the Gospel According to Florida gospel music workshop coming right here to Tampa, June 4th through June 6th. So that is next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend.
Next weekend, we have Mr. Raymond Holmes Jr. joining us live from Dallas, but he's from Plant City, knows the Tampa Bay area very well. So in order to do this workshop, right, we saw the flyer. There's a bunch of people on that flyer. Yeah. Who are you bringing? Who are people going to be experiencing or learning from as a part of this workshop?
Well, like I stated earlier, we have Dr. Craig Robertson from the Virginia State University. He's going to be here teaching about vocal health. He's going to talk about the mechanics and all the different terminology that he gets so deep to. So it's going to be so interesting. They wanted him back this year because last year he made such a great impact and on vocal health and how important it is to take care of your voice and to warm up your voice. You know, it's just an instrument. Even in presentation of talking, he talks in depth about that. So yeah, I'm excited for Dr. Craig Robertson to come back. Also, I have Bishop Wandalyn Stokes. She's the Atlanta, Georgia personality in the radio station there. She's a how can I say it? She's a legend. And she's going to be with us too as well. She's going to be teaching and talking and giving different pointers to help us out as well. We have my friend David Walker, who is the choir director out of Atlanta as well. He's been in the industry for over 40-some years. We have Kevin Stiles, who is coming down. He's been in the industry for a long time as well. We also have my friend Robin Covington, who is from Chicago. She's a legend. She helped Ricky Dillard to get his start. Okay. She's the co-founder of Ricky Dillard and New G. So what you all hear is coming from her father's garage or front porch or something like that. She goes into the store. And you know, that's the thing, it's so wonderful. But we have a lot of people that's coming. We have Sister Paula Watkins. I don't know if y'all know her. She's going to be there with us. We're going to also have my, I'm trying to remember the flyer, James Hall. James Hall.
Okay.
The Duke of Gospel Music.
Okay.
This man is so phenomenal when it comes to his presentation and his delivery to train the voices and teach the singers. And I think everybody that came to the workshop last year, they was in awe because of his technique and how he execute his music. So it's going to be awesome. I'm excited about it. Oh, I don't want to forget Nikki Irvin. Nikki Irvin is a good long-standing friend of mine. She's a producer, and she's been to Japan. She's been teaching in Japan, teaching over in China. I mean, she just go all over the world. And she said, brother, I got you. I'm coming here to support you and to help you build what you're building. So we got some good people that's coming.
Brother Raymond, before we move any further, for those people that's just now joining and are interested in this workshop, how can they attend? How can they sign up? Where do they go?
They have to go to, well, there's a link, and I don't have the link, and I'm so sorry. But if you go to my page, Ray Holmes,
okay,
you can see the link there up under the post. I have a post that's actually pinned on my page. You can register. The registration is $60. We did have a little $45 thing going on, but you know how it is. But it's $60 right now. You know, when I tell you, you will appreciate every moment of that, of $60 that you are investing or that you're sponsoring to make it happen again. So
that's amazing.
And for folks looking where it might be, it's at the Disciples of Christ Christian Fellowship Church, which is on Rodine Road in Riverview. So this is a really neat opportunity. I'm gonna go a little off here and just talk about the world in general when it comes to gospel music. Where do you think we are when you think these conversations about like what's happening on social media, parody, parties and all the things. Like, where do you think gospel music stands in 2026?
Well, I can say this right here. When you started asking, when the questions, when you started talking, my mind went to Aretha Franklin. My mind went to James Brown. My mind went to a plethora of singers, of artists that during their time of what was taking place, I really believe God used them in their gift. And right now, the gospel according to Florida, even in this time, which is crazy, that there God always raised up some type of healing agent
Yeah.
to start healing the land. And my heart breaks when I think about it. But there's so much going on, and so God chooses different ones in different times to raise them up to heal a place and
Yeah.
to heal the world. And I really believe that the gospel according to Florida is that beacon of light to say, hey, you all, come on, let's go this way.
What do you think? And Terrence, I also want to hear your opinion about this. So when you think about like artists who started in the church, so like you think of, some of the people who you named, you think of Fantasia, you think of Jennifer Hudson, you think of, a lot of artists who start in the church but then move to secular. I was having this conversation with a group of girlfriends because I feel like sometimes some artists use gospel as their springboard and then segue into secular music once they become established, and we've seen it.
Yeah.
Or we've seen artists go back and forth. Look at Michelle Williams with Destiny's Child, and then going into gospel music and things like that. What do you think about artists going back and forth or using gospel as kind of like their stepping stone into the entertainment industry?
Music is the only element that does not need license to get into your heart, into your spirit.
Yeah, and I think like you said, they grow up in church, they sing in church,
Yes.
like Deanne mentioned earlier, how she got her start, and then that opportunity, that door opens up to where they then jump into the secular world, popularity, money, or whatever. And you even see it across all different genres of music, country music for sure. You got them going back and forth, to your point.
Yeah.
I really think that, it's deep down into your soul. It's gospel music is there. It's the start. I know this is kind of an off topic, but going back to the movie Sinners, if you remember seeing the movie Sinners started, where did the opening scene start? In the church.
Yeah.
And it just grew from there. So I deep down inside, the root of music, both secular and gospel, starts in the church.
I agree with that.
That's true. I definitely agree with it. Just to share a little bit more about myself, I did back up for Michael McDonald.
Okay. Okay.
I did back up for Lyle Lovett doing country music.
Yeah.
So, and I've been asked to do backup for some other artists. But anyway, with that being said, music is music. If it comes from the heart, love songs. I grew up on listening to my mother and my father singing love songs in the house.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think we box music to a place that it don't need to be.
Yeah.
You know, and I really believe that people need to be free to do what they're called to do.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Good point.
Nice.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll go down some more details about what to expect from the workshop coming up.
Okay.
All right, we are live on Rooted in Progress right now, talking about the annual Gospel Music Workshop coming to Tampa, Riverview specifically. Next week, June 4th through June 6th, the Gospel According to Florida hosting their second annual Gospel Music Workshop. We have the founder, the event coordinator, Raymond Holmes Jr. joining us from Dallas. What do you think sets this event apart from any other event?
The unity. And the reason why I say that is because last year's event, that's the whole ambience of what everybody was speaking out of their mouth. They said, I haven't been in a place like this in a long time. In a long time. So I think the unity of bringing the unity of bringing the communities together, the counties together, different denominations. 'Cause we have Seventh-day Adventists, we have Methodists, we have Pentecostal, um, we have the Baptists. It's just bringing people together. This is the time that we need to become strong and to work together instead of trying to be an island all by yourself.
Right.
So the community part is bringing such awareness that, you know what, I've been away from this. I don't know if y'all remember growing up in church. They used to have like dinners, and they used to
Yup.
feed
Right after
everybody.
church.
You see, and that's how this community. That's how the workshop is. When you see everybody, like, we're gonna have a lunch and come and eat, y'all come eat. But but it's all about fellowship. It's all about rekindling those memories that left an impression upon our thought process from children. I love to eat the fried chicken from out of the church. I don't care what nobody say. But all of that, it's the community part. It's the big unity, the unity part. That's what set us apart.
Real quick
Yes.
before we end up, we're coming close on time, but do you feel like the choir itself is somewhat of a dying, not organization, but because a lot of churches nowadays just have praise and worship teams. You may see 4 or 5 people on stage, and it's very, very rare
That's
that you
true,
very rare
Terrence.
that you see an actual full blown choir.
Choir.
You definitely don't see the church robes. You definitely don't see them marching in church.
That's true.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, they are welcome to come be a part too, the praise team.
There'll be a workshop on that.
No, that is true.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, and when you do go to church, like, that's what it is. Like, I remember me growing up in church every Sunday. Depending on what was going on, it would be a different choir. So we'd have like the kids choir, we
Yeah.
would have the mass choir,
men's
we would have the
choir.
men's
Yeah.
choir, and so that is interesting on how, few far and in between that's happening these
Yeah.
days. Regardless, I love gospel music. So I listen to gospel music every day.
You do?
Going into work. Absolutely. Coming in here, got to.
You need to.
Got to. Gotta start my day with the Lord before I walk through these doors. And it's something that, again, it just puts you in a good spirit. It makes you feel good. It makes you think about what kind of mindset. It puts you in a different mindset. For me and mine, when I'm starting my day or just going throughout my day in general. So shout out to you, Mr. Raymond, for coming up with such a vision and being able to provide such a platform, especially for singers, musicians, producers, writers, all of the talent in the music industry in general, and creating this platform. So go down the details for us one more time for the folks.
All right. So the Gospel According to Florida will be in Riverview, Florida, at the Disciples of Christ Ministries. I think it's 1116.
Yep.
Right down the road.
11116.
One. I know it's a lot of ones, but
So many.
we're gonna enjoy. We're gonna enjoy our time there. We're gonna have our workshop start that Thursday. We're still gonna do registration on site. So those who want to register, they definitely can register on site from 6 to 7, and from 7 on, we'll be rehearsing with the clinicians that's going to be flying in to teach and to pour into all the singers and musicians, and that's going to be on Thursday and Friday. And then all day Saturday, we have a lot of classes that starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, so you can still register even on Saturday as well. And then at 5:30 at the Disciples of Christ Church, we're going to have a concert with all of the clinicians, myself, the Gospel According to Florida. So I'm excited. It's going to be awesome.
Real quick, give you a little information for those that are interested and want to sign up. You can go to D as in David, DOCCF.org/events. And you can go there, get your tickets, show up, and participate and be a part of a wonderful, wonderful event.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Raymond, we appreciate you hanging with us on Rooted in Progress, and you'll be back home just next week. So,
Yes, I'm excited.
yes. Congratulations again. We are wishing and praying for another successful music workshop with your organization. Thank you for all that you're doing for our community. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Gospel According to Florida going down June 4th through June 6th in Riverview. Y'all go out and enjoy. Shout out to Miss Mary Jo.
Miss Mary Jo.
Miss
McKay.
Mary Jo in the comments
yes.
live. I believe she's the first lady of this church.
She's the first lady of Rooted in Progress.
I'm rooted.
Rooted. She's always commenting. She's always listening, and
Yes.
got the best sweet potato desserts, all that. You know,
Also,
she shares. with
yeah,
us.
I need to tap in with her because Kristen was supposed to leave something for me. I think she made me something. I never got it. We'll talk about that later. Rooted in
Mary
Progress, y'all. We are live every Thursday at 9:30 in the morning. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. We also have all of our episodes available on all streaming platforms. Can you do your job?
Stay rooted.
Where's the slate? Where's the full
slate.
screen?
I'm over here getting ready for the workshop.
All of our episodes are available on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. You can also download the WFLA app and find our episodes there as well. Thanks for doing your job, Terrence.
Stay rooted.
Stay rooted. Jesus.